Howdy, folks. Harrison Swartz with you on Hop TV. Thanks for tuning in today. We have the Centennial Conference Championship for you here from Badfield at Stromberg Stadium. It'll be a good one. Hopkins and Haverford. Big rivalry here in the Centennial Conference. These two teams will meet for a third time this year. Haverford 20-19 overall. They're the third seed. They had to win twice on Saturday to get here. They beat Muhlenberg in the morning contest 4-2. And then it took 10 innings to beat Franklin and Marshall in the late game on Saturday. And they won 8-5 in 10. Hopkins 29-11 overall. They're the 1 seed. That's why they're hosting, and they're 21st ranked overall in the country. A gorgeous day here in Baltimore, far different than yesterday when it rained all day, which is why we're playing now on Monday. 81 degrees, mostly sunny skies, no rain in the forecast, and a slight breeze blowing in from left field. Starting for the Blue Jays today is going to be senior submariner Josh Hedgka. While he's finishing up his tosses, let's take a look at how the Haverford forwards line up 1 through 9. Will Karp will get things started. He's the shortstop. Ethan Lee Tyson will bat second. He's in center field. Harrison Burns out in right field will bat third. Luke Wallace will bat cleanup. He's at first base. Owen Plambeck, the left fielder, hits fifth. Zach Landry will bat sixth and play second base. Ryan Schwartz will DH and hit seventh. Sam Partee will catch and bat eighth. And Nick Perez will round out this forwards lineup and play third base. Well, Josh Hedgka is going to make his 21st appearance of the season for Johns Hopkins. All-time appearances leader for the Blue Jays. It's his first start of the season, though, and the second of his college career. He's got 5 saves this year and a record of 4-2. Will Karp's going to step in. Hedgka at 3:04 delivers a called strike, and the 2019 Centennial Conference Championship is underway. Haverford 2-1 in the tournament. They lost their first game to Franklin and Marshall 2-0. This one ripped back towards the middle. There's a base hit for Will Karp. Second pitch of the ball game, and Haverford has their leadoff man aboard. Nice start for them. As a team, Haverford hitting .260. They've got 61 doubles, 6 triples, and 15 home runs. They have struck out 269 times and walked just 137 times. Here comes Ethan Lee Tyson. Will Karp takes off, bunt shown. There's a strike throw from Ingram down to second base is in time. Nicely done. There goes the leadoff single. Ingram. What an arm. These Blue Jay freshman catchers have shown it all year, Ingram and King. Right there, Ingram. A perfect strike to Mark Lopez. They get Will Karp, the team leader in stolen bases. Now an 0-1 count to Ethan Lee Tyson. This one hit towards center field. Festa coming in. Diving attempt down to the ground. He holds on to it. Don O'Shea's out there, a diving catch for out number 2. What a defensive play for the Blue Jay junior center fielder. 2 quick outs. Rest of the Blue Jay defensive alignment, left to right in the outfield goes Tim Kutcher, Chris Festa, Chris DiGiacomo. Infield left to right, Matt Ritchie, Mike Eberly, Mark Lopez, Nate Davis, and James Ingram doing the catching. First pitch to Harrison Burns will miss up and inside, 1-0. Burns, the right fielder, a junior from St. Louis, Missouri. He's having a solid postseason, 6 for 13 at the plate. 1-0 to him. Bounce towards second base. Lopez will charge, get it on 3 hops, goes to first, and the inning is over. So a leadoff single for Will Karp. He's caught stealing. And an incredible diving catch by Festa and the ground out. So Hedgka allows a hit. No one left on base, and he faces the minimum number of batters here in the top of the first. Andrew Johnson's going to get the start for the Fords. He's coming out to throw. We'll be right back on Hop TV. Bottom of the first after a lightning quick top of the first. I feel like I didn't have a chance to take a break from talking. And Josh Hedgka, nice job in the top of the first. Andrew Johnson will come out and look for a quick bottom of the first against a tough lineup. Let's take a look how the Blue Jays line up 1 through 9. It'll be Tim Kutcher leading things off. He's out in left field. Mike Eberle will bat second and play short. Chris Vesta batting third. He's in center field. Nate Davis bats cleanup and he'll play first base. Chris DiGiacomo hits fifth, the Blue Jay right fielder. A.J. King DHing, he hits sixth. Matt Ritchie, the Blue Jay third baseman, hits seventh. James Ingram doing the catching, hits eighth. And Mark Lopez will round out this Blue Jay lineup. He's at second base. Andrew Johnson, 12th appearance of the year, his fifth start. He's been solid, an ERA of 2.04, and he's perfect. He is 7-0. First pitch to Tim Kutcher is inside, 1-0. Andrew Johnson, a sophomore from Reading, Connecticut. Tall kid, stands at 6'4". To Joel Barlow High School. Kutcher takes one a bit upstairs, 2-0. Johnson this year has worked 39 2/3 innings. He's allowed 32 hits, 13 runs, and 9 are earned. 29 strikeouts, 13 walks. Kutcher takes one on the inside corner for a strike, 2-1. Andrew has worked a game in the conference tournament. Worked against Muhlenberg on Saturday morning, and this fastball comes inside and hits Tim Kutcher. Leadoff man aboard for Johns Hopkins here in the bottom of the first. Blue Jays batters were hit 4 times in the game against Franklin and Marshall on Saturday. Nate Davis hit by a pitch, and Chris DiGiacomo was hit 3 times. Now Tim Kutcher hit here. Blue Jays coming hitting 283. Mike Eberle will bat now with a man aboard. Johnson out of the stretch. Luke Wallace will hold on Kutcher at first. First pitch to Eberle. Bounced high over towards first. Wallace will field, then throw to second base after he steps on the bag. Kutcher will slide in. They get Eberle for the first down. So a man in scoring position and 1 out for Chris Vesta. Defensive alignment for the Fords, left to right in the outfield. Owen Plambeck, Ethan Lee Tyson, and Harrison Burns. Infield left to right, Nick Perez, Will Karp, Zach Landry, Luke Wallace, and doing the catching is senior Sam Partee. Opponents hitting 229 against Andrew Johnson this year. He's allowed 2 doubles, a couple of home runs, no triples. Chris Vesta, he'll step in. Long look back to second from Johnson. First pitch. Vesta hits one in the air out towards left center field. Long run for Plambeck and Lee Tyson. Lee Tyson there slides and it falls to the field. Kutcher's going to be held up at third base by Bob Babb. Vesta gets to first. Well, it was perfectly placed right in between Plambeck and Lee Tyson. And it'll be a hit for Chris Vesta, as seems like Lee Tyson, he was the closest one, just couldn't quite get there. Very good defensive center fielder, and he's got a lot of speed, so surprised he was unable to do so. So now men on the corners and 1 out for Nate Davis. No score, bottom 1. Nate Davis, the junior from Ashburn, Virginia, gets his first at bat this championship game. Vesta being held on by Wallace. And the pitch. Breaking ball low, 1-0. Nate hitting .343 on the year. He's making his 31st start. Conference leader in home runs with 15. 2 shy of the Hopkins all-time single season record. 1-0. Fastball outside, 2 balls and no strikes. I told you Johnson didn't work that Muhlenberg game. In relief, he went 2 innings scoreless. Got a save. He allowed 1 hit over those 2 innings of work and a 4-2 victory for Haverford. 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3 balls and no strikes. So Johnson being careful here with Nate Davis. Doesn't get much easier with the man on deck and Chris DiGiacomo. See if Nate gets the green light here on 3-0. The pitch is right down the middle. There's a strike, 3-1. Well, Nate hit that 15th home run of the year. It came on Saturday against Franklin and Marshall. Made it a 4-1 ball game at that point. 3rd highest total in Hopkins baseball history for a single season. 3-1 pitch. Davis hits one hard towards left center. That's going to split the gap, and it's going to bounce over the wall. Tim Kutcher is going to come in to score. The Blue Jays will take an early 1-0 lead. An RBI for Nate Davis, his 40th of the year. Sole possession of the team lead. He came in tied with Chris DiGiacomo at 39. So he's got 40 now. And now men in scoring position. Second and third, one out for Chris DiGiacomo. Tim Kutcher, by the way, he touches home for the 40th time this year. Becomes the third Blue Jay to score 40 or more runs this season. Infield in already. Blue Jay dugout making a lot of noise. First pitch to DiGiacomo upstairs, 1-0. It's been a long tournament for Haverford. They had a road game last Thursday at Franklin and Marshall. They had traveled to Lancaster from Philadelphia. Then they came to Baltimore to play 2 on Saturday. Spent the night. Yesterday, with the game rained out, they went back to Philadelphia. Now they're back here in Baltimore today. 1-0 pitch is low, 2-0. So a lot of time is spent in a hotel or on a bus. A lot of traveling and a lot of baseball. 2-0 to DiGiacomo. Lee Tyson shaded a bit towards right field. Owen Planbeck playing DiGiacomo to pull as well. 2-0 pitch. Swung on and off the end of the bat, fouled back to the screen, 2-1. DiGiacomo hitting .333 on the year. He's got 41 hits. 11 are doubles. He has 11 home runs. He's still looking for his first hit of the tournament. Overall, he is 0 for 4, but he has been on base 4 times. All 4 times came in the Franklin and Marshall game on Saturday. Told you he was hit by a pitch 3 times. He also walked. 2-1. Way upstairs. 3 balls and a strike. And now Partee will go out and talk to Andrew Johnson. Hey, folks, for the latest news, scores, and updates on your favorite teams and players, check out HopkinsSports.com. It's your destination for everything Johns Hopkins athletics. Quick meeting between Partee and Johnson. Johnson pitching in the biggest game of his college career. Partee has been here. Partee won the conference tournament with Haverford his freshman year back in 2016. And pitch was thrown by Johnson, but I don't think he got the go-ahead from home plate umpire Jason McDermott. By the way, the rest of your umpires, Mr. Matt Beavers down at first, Mr. Don O'Shea at second, and Mr. David Ross over at third. But a 4-man umpiring crew for this conference championship game. 3-1 pitch, and it's low and inside. A 5-pitch walk to DiGiacomo, and the bases are loaded. So Chris reaches base for the 5th time this tournament, still no hits. And now pitching coach Nat Ballenberg, a 2007 graduate of Haverford, is going to go out and talk to his starting pitcher. So in the inning so far, Tim Kutcher, he was hit by a pitch. He has since come in to score. Mike Eberle advanced Kutcher to second base on a fielder's choice. Chris Festa singled. Nate Davis, the ground rule double to left center, brought in Tim Kutcher. And now DiGiacomo walks, and the bases are loaded with only 1 out for A.J. King. This is the first time in 3 games this tournament Hopkins has scored first. In their opening round game against Muhlenberg, they fell behind 1-0 in the top of the first. And then in the semifinal game on Saturday against Franklin and Marshall, they fell behind 1-0, but then quickly tied it up in the bottom half of the first. Big spot for the freshman DH here, A.J. King, to give his team a big lead early on in his first conference championship game. First pitch. Hit hard left side, diving stop by Perez. He goes to second for 1. The relay to first in time. Another double play that A.J. King has hit into. Oh my goodness. We talked about it on Saturday, because on Thursday he hit into 2. Has hit into his 3rd of the tournament right here. Hit the ball hard, an incredible play by Nick Perez. The Blue Jays will get 1, but they leave 2 men on base. At the end of 1, it's 1-0 Johns Hopkins. Well, Josh Hedgeka will come out and pitch with a lead here. It's 1-0. Harrison Swartz with you here on Hop TV. Luke Wallace, Owen Plambeck, and Zach Landry to bat for the Fords. First pitch to Wallace, right there for a strike, 0-1. In the first, Hedgeka allowed a single. Will Karp was caught stealing. And he got Ethan Lee Tyson and Harrison Burns back-to-back for the final 2 outs. 0-1. Hit softly right side. Nate Davis is going to field. Hedgeka will go over to cover. He steps on first base just in time before Wallace gets there. Back-to-back ground outs going back to the first. And Hedgeka is retired 3 in a row. Here comes Owen Plambeck. Ford's left fielder. Owen Plambeck, a junior from Palo Alto, California, to Palo Alto High School. First pitch to him. Bounced left side. Matt Ritchie's going to charge. Field a short hop. Throw across the body and gets him. Plambeck gone on 1 pitch and an incredible defensive play for Matt Ritchie. 2 quick outs here in the top of the second. Here comes Zach Landry. Landry, a freshman from Richardson, Texas. A graduate of St. Mark's School of Texas. He's struggling a bit at the plate in his first postseason. Just 1 hit in 11 plate appearances. Takes one inside here, 1-0. 1-0 Hopkins, top 2. Josh Hedgeka working very quickly. An extremely quick top of the first and looking for a 1-2-3 second now. 1-0. This one bounced off the leg of Landry, foul. 1-1. Now Landry's hit came against F&M on Saturday. And he also picked up an RBI in that game as well. A 1-1 count. Senior Josh Hedgeka facing freshman Zach Landry. Landry getting the start at second base today for the Fords. 1-1. And that's right at the knees for a strike, 1-2. Landry comes in hitting .252. He's making his 33rd start of the year. 1 hit shy of 30 on the year. Ingram sets up outside, 1-2 pitch, a slider, and it just missed. Good eye from Landry. Hedgeka's gotten a lot of guys to chase that pitch this year. That's why he comes in with 37 strikeouts. 2-2 pitch, bounced foul off to the left. Hedgeka comes in with an ERA of 3.74, and opponents hitting .260 against him. 37 strikeouts, 4 walks. Over 46 2/3 innings now. He's allowed 47 hits, 24 runs, and 19 earned. 2-2 pitch. Reached for and fouled off the screen again. Nice battle here between Landry and Hedgeka. On deck, Ryan Schwartz. Told you this is Josh's 2nd career start. The other one came last year down in Fort Myers against Bethel. 2-2 pitch, an off speeder. Bounced over towards Matt Ritchie. He will field on 2 hops and go to Nate Davis. 1-2-3 go to Fords in the second. 1-0 Johns Hopkins on top. Stick with us here on Hop TV. Well, Matt Ritchie will lead things off for the Blue Jays. Richie, Ingram, and Lopez, 7, 8, and 9 in the Blue Jay order. They're on top 1-0. Andrew Johnson back out to work for the Fords. Allowed a couple of hits and a run in the first. Pitch to Richie on the outside corner for strike one. Matt Ritchie hitting .241 on the year, making his 38th start. He's a couple of hits shy of 30. Breaking ball. Swung on and fouled back out of play, 0-2. Conference leader in walks with 36. More than any other player in the conference. He passed Cole Beaker's mark of 35 on Saturday. 0-2. Breaking ball swung through and missed. He goes down on 3 pitches to start the second. Much better start to this inning for Andrew Johnson. First strikeout for Johnson. He's got 30 on the year now. Here comes James Ingram. Couple of hits on Saturday. Came on as a pinch hitter in the third. Overall 2 for 3. Breaking ball there, low and away, 1-0. He blew the game open. In a big 4-run 7th inning, hit his 3rd home run of the year, a 3-run shot. Here comes the 1-0. Hits this one hard and deep to left field. Plan back on the run. That one's going to one-hop off the wall. Ingram's going to race towards second base. Here comes the throw. It is not in time. A 1-out double for James Ingram, who picks up his 3rd hit of this conference tournament. 81st double for the Blue Jays this year. Now another man in scoring position. Here comes Mark Lopez. Now Mark's had quite the postseason. He's hit a couple of home runs. He's got more RBIs than any other Blue Jay batter with 6. Picked up 5 on Thursday against Muhlenberg, 1 on Saturday. First pitch to him here, hit hard but foul behind his head coach Bob Babb, 0-1. Overall, Mark hitting .320 with 16 hits and 50 at-bats. 10 of his 16 overall hits, extra base hits this year. 6 doubles, 4 home runs. He's got 17 RBIs to go along with it. Couple looks back to second from Johnson. 0-1 is a low, a check swing, and it looks like no appeal. 1 ball and 1 strike. Overall on Saturday against Franklin and Marshall, he went 1 for 4 at that home run, but he also struck out 3 times. Most times he's ever struck out in a ball game. This is something that he has struggled with late in the year. 1-1, and he'll lay off one that hits the outside corner for a strike. 1-2. Nice looking changeup from Andrew Johnson. Mark has struck out 21 times. Something that he'd like to cut back on. The coach would like to see him cut back on, but right now he just can't take his bat out of the lineup. 1-2, curveball, and right there Andrew Johnson got away with one. One just got a piece and fouled it back. Do 1 and 2 again. It's a hanging curveball. Sure Lopez would like to have that one back. One ball and 2 strikes on the Blue Jays sophomore second baseman. Here it comes. And he gets a fastball up and fouls it straight back out of play. Now Mark did not play in that doubleheader against the Fords back on April 13th. So getting his first look at him in this 2019 season. It was actually the last game, that game 2 against them. Someone other than Mark started at second base. It was Adam Cole. 1-2 pitch. And on the outside corner, got him looking. Lopez looked right down to his head coach, Bob Babb, who thought he would be in a 2-2 count. Instead, gets punched out by Jason McDermott. Andrew Johnson picks up his second strikeout of the inning. Now 2 on and a man in scoring position for Tim Kutcher. 1-0 Hopkins, bottom 2. Long look in from Johnson, and Kutcher will call time. Tim hit by a pitch back in the first, and then he came in to score on the Nate Davis RBI ground rule double. James Ingram out at second base. He doubled to left with 1 out. First pitch to Tim. Upstairs, 1-0. Tim did not have a hit on Saturday against Franklin and Marshall. He went 0 for 4 with a walk. Did hit one hard, though, through the legs of Franklin and Marshall third baseman Will Samuel. Ball that was ruled an error, and it brought in a run. Kutcher, big swing and a foul tip at the plate off the glove of Partee, 1-1. That walk did extend his streak of reaching base safely up to 12 games. He has walked in 9 of those 12, and over that stretch he has 11 hits. Johnson taking his time. He comes set at the belt, and the 1-1. A pitch on the outside corner. Hit that spot a handful of times today. Tim Kutcher now behind 1-2. Mike Eberle on deck. One-two pitch. Breaking ball off the plate. Kutcher leaned in and looked that one in. Laid off. Now the count 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 away. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Change up. Kutcher swings through it. Andrew Johnson, he does allow that double, but he strikes out the side here in the second. He's up to 32 strikeouts on the year. 1-0 Hopkins after 2 innings here in Baltimore. Top of the third, Josh Hedgeka in his first start of the year has been pretty darn good for the Blue Jays. He's retired 5 in a row, got 3 groundouts in the second. He's going to face Ryan Schwartz, Sam Partee, and Nick Perez in the third. His team's on top 1-0. First pitch to Schwartz is right down the middle for strike 1. Ryan Schwartz, the DH, hitting just 170 on the year. He's making his 16th start. Swings and chops this one foul off to the left. Counts quickly, 0-2. Ryan Schwartz, another freshman, Ohio native, stands at 5'10". This is an outfielder, but DHing today. 0-2 from Hedgeka. One popped up foul right side. Nate Davis giving chase. Still going back. Reaches out, makes the grab. Leadoff man retired here in the third. Hey, folks, check out the latest in apparel for the Hopkins baseball fan. Visit our website at hopkinsports.com/store to check out latest apparel and performance gear in Blue Jay blue. One man down. Here comes Sam Partee. Partee is senior from Richmond, Virginia. Graduate of St. Christopher's. Hedgka looking into the Blue Jay dugout for some signs. Now ready. Comes set and quickly steps off. He'll tow it from the first base side of the rubber. Looks in, nods. And the first pitch to Partee. Off the fist, grounded softly to Mark Lopez at second. He'll go to first base. 2 up, 2 down in the third. That's 7 in a row retired by Josh Hedgka. Getting a lot of ground balls today, a lot of weakly hit ground balls. Here comes third baseman Nick Perez, a senior from Lebanon, New Jersey. He hits the ball on the ground towards short. Eberle has it go under his glove and into center field. 2-out base runner. Eberle couldn't quite get there. Ball was hit hard. And it should be ruled a hit for Nick Perez. It'll be the second Haverford hit. Nope, they're going to give him an error. It'll be an error on Mike Eberle. Really thought they'd give him a hit there. But instead, it's the Blue Jays' 64th error of the year, and for Eberle, his 10th. He becomes the second Blue Jay with double-digit errors on the year, joining Matt Ritchie, who leads the team with 14. Will Karp steps in, 1 for 1. He swings at the first pitch and fouls it out of play off to the right. 0-1. So one time through the order, Karp has the only hit. The pitch right after he's singled was caught stealing at second by James Ingram. A gorgeous throw. Perfect strike down there to Mark Lopez. 0-1 pitch, slider, and that one's low and away. 1-1. Will Karp, a kid that can really do it all. A lot of speed. Great hitter. Plays some great defense. Another slider. That one's low and away. 2-1. Haverford team leader in hitting, runs, hits, triples, slugging percentage, on base percentage, and stolen bases. Two 1 pitch right down the middle for a strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hedgka looking for another quick inning. Nick Perez, a big lead off of first base. He's being held on by Nate Davis. This Haverford team likes to run. They've stolen 93 bases this year. There he goes. Pitch low. Throw from Ingram is right there. Lopez applies the tag. Ingram is 2 for 2 in throwing out base stealers today. For the third straight inning, Josh Hedgka faces the minimum number of batters. Blue Jays coming to bat in the third. They're on top 1-0. Stick with us here on Hop TV. going to be Eberle, Festa, and Davis, 2, 3, and 4 against Andrew Johnson in the third. Nice bounce back inning in the second for Andrew Johnson, who struck out the side. But here, though, Eberle hits one hard, back up the middle. There's a base hit. That ball hit off the end of the glove of Andrew Johnson. He slowed it down just a little bit, but not enough for Zach Landry, the second baseman, to get to it. And it'll be a leadoff single for Johns Hopkins. And Mike Eberle will pick up his 56th hit of the year. Blue Jays have 4 on the day. And here comes Chris Festa. He's 1 for 1 with a single. Dropped one into left center field, right in between Planbeck and Lee Tyson back in the first. Waves the bat around. And the first pitch to him is up and away, 1-0. Andrew Johnson did not pitch against Hopkins back on April 13th. Low and away, 2 balls and no strikes. Now Johnson, the first time through the order, in a dangerous 3-4-5 with Festa, Davis to Giacomo, really pitched around them. You already have men on base here. This dangerous trio coming to bat. 2-0, low and in. That's bounced in. Partee up to get it, 3-0. Nate Davis on deck has already come up to bat once with 2 men on base. And he brought in the game's only run. 3-0 to Festa. And it's inside. Not sure where that missed. Looked like hit the inside corner. Instead, it's a 4-pitch walk to the Blue Jays center fielder. Hey, baseball fans, visit hopkinsports.com to browse some of our incredible photo galleries. Relive the moments from some of your favorite games by checking out the memories that will last a lifetime. Second walk issued by Andrew Johnson. Also walked to Giacomo back in the first. It'll put runners on first and second. Nobody out for Nate Davis. RBI ground rule double for him back in the first, and was left stranded in scoring position to end the inning. Long look in from Johnson. Comes set at the belt. And the first pitch to Nate. Hanging curveball, swung through and missed. 0-1. Johnson's thrown a lot of curveballs like that today that he's really lucky that Blue Jay batters have not made contact with. Great crowd here at Stromberg Stadium today for the Centennial Conference Championship. They're being treated to some gorgeous weather. 0-1. Davis got a fastball about knee high and chops it foul off to the left. 0-2. Eberle at second, Festa at first. Davis had a solid doubleheader against Haverford back on the 13th of April. Here's the 0-2 to him. Curveball low and away, and it gets away from Partee. Rolls the backstop. So Eberle heads down to third base, and Festa into scoring position. He's at second. Now 1-2 on Davis. But he really had a good day. He went 2 for 7 with a double, a home run, 3 runs scored, and he drove in 2. Both of his RBIs came on a monster 2-run shot in game 1. Came in the first inning off Nathan Bass. Beccaria is going to call his entire infield in again. 1-2 pitch. Outside on the changeup. 2-2. Big hole on the right side of the infield. Luke Wallace playing way off the bag at first. And Zach Landry is playing to the left of second base. So there's 3 infielders on the left side. Lee Tyson shaded towards left field as well. Big spot for the Blue Jays. Davis calls time. Takes the helmet off, wipes off some sweat. 2-2 count, nobody out. Johnson looking in. And now set. 2-2. Curveball comes in and hits Davis in the back. So he's hit by a pitch for the second time in this tournament. And now the bases are loaded with nobody out for Chris Giacomo. Second time already today that Johns Hopkins has loaded the bases. Did so in the first, only got one. Looking for a whole lot more than that here in the third. DiGiacomo walked. He has walked twice this tournament. Still looking for his first hit. First pitch to him. Fastball low, 1-0. DiGiacomo this year against Haverford went 2 for 7 with a home run and a couple of RBIs. His home run came in the top of the ninth of game 2, and the game was tied 3-3. It gave the Blue Jays a 4-3 lead. 1-0 pitch. Hit towards left field. That's a base hit over the glove of Nick Perez. Mike Eberle coming in to score. Here comes Festa. The throw's cut off by Nick Perez. 2 RBI single for Chris DiGiacomo on his first hit of the postseason. Hopkins takes a 3-0 lead. RBIs 40 and 41 for Chris DiGiacomo. So he retakes the team lead in RBIs from Nate Davis. 5 hits on the day now for Johns Hopkins. So here comes A.J. King. Hit into an inning-ending 5-4-3 double play in the first. He's hit into 3 double plays this tournament. Hit the ball hard, but Nick Perez had a nice diving stop. An incredible play to end the inning. Still nobody out, men on first and second base. Blue Jays can really blow this thing open. Corners are in. Probably expecting bunt. King does show. And this one a fastball that'll bounce in. Backhanded by Partee, and the count goes to 1-0. AJ has started all 3 games for the Blue Jays this postseason. He was behind the plate for the first 2. He's DHing today. Against F&M, he went 0 for 3 with a sacrifice bunt. And overall in the postseason now he's 0 for 6. But he has scored a couple of times. Here's a spin and a look back to second base. No throw from Johnson. Johnson has not allowed 3 runs in an outing since March 15th against Wisconsin Lutheran. This is the first time all year he's allowed 3 earned runs. Long wait here on the second pitch to A.J. King. We'll see if he shows bunt again. He does not, and the pitch misses low and away. 2 balls and no strikes. A.J. entered today hitting .313. He ended the regular season on an absolute tear at the plate, but hitless over his last 2. Blue Jay dugout making a lot of noise. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and it's right down the middle for a strike, probably about knee high. 2-1. AJ enters today reaching base safely in 15 of his last 17 games. And now time called as Johnson came set. Partee stood right up, held his hands up high. Corners still in despite King not showing bunt on the last 2 pitches. 2-1. Swung on and foul tipped off the mid of Partee. 2-2. There's activity in the Haverford bullpen. A left-hander is up and throwing. 3-0 Hopkins, bottom 3. Hopkins looking for their 15th Centennial Conference title today. Haverford looking for their 4th. Two-two. King hits one high and deep to left center field. Plambeck on the run, and it's going to one-hop over the wall for another ground rule double. King got a fastball right down the middle and cranked it. Davis comes in to score, makes it 4-0. DiGiacomo has to stop at third because that ball went out of play. But it's a 3-run inning so far, and still nobody out. Here comes Matt Ritchie. So A.J. King picks up his first hit of the postseason and his 26th of the year. For him, that's RBI number 14. Here comes Matt Ritchie, struck out swinging back in the second. He's out of the batter's box, looking down to his head coach, Bob Babb, for signs. And now time called. Emerging from the Haverford dugout, his head coach, Dave Beccaria. Dave Beccaria in his 19th season as a head coach at Haverford. A 1996 graduate from Johns Hopkins. He played here in 1995 and 1996. He's one of 3 former Bob Babb players that are currently a head coach at the college level. Also Jonas Fester at Lebanon Valley College and Matt Reiter at Vassar. Well, that's going to do it. Andrew Johnson's first career postseason start is short-lived. He's going to give way to Brandon Jenkins, a junior from Monrovia, California. We'll introduce Brandon when we return here on Hop TV. So Brandon Jenkins, a 5'9" left-hander, a junior from Monrovia, California, and a graduate of LaSalle High School, will come on to face Matt Ritchie. Ritchie, a switch hitter back from the right side here. Dave Beccaria has his infield in. Ethan Lee Tyson playing shallow in center. Brandon Jenkins making his 13th appearance of the season and 3rd of the postseason. Pitch to Matt Ritchie, a fastball high, 1-0. Well, Jenkins has been impressive. He's 1-1 with 4 saves. He's worked 30 1/3 innings this year, struck out 25, and has pitched to an ERA of 1.48. And the Blue Jays have scored 3 runs here in the 3rd. There are men on 2nd and 3rd base and nobody out still. Matt Ritchie is the 6th batter of the inning. Jenkins looking to stop the bleeding. Andrew Johnson's responsible for both men on base. Here's the 1-0, and Matt Ritchie swings and pops one up foul and back out of play. 1-1. Johnson today goes 2+. He's allowed 6 hits, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, and he hit 2 batters. So far, 4 runs all earned. Could be charged with up to 6. Count is 1-1 on Matt. He struck out swinging against Andrew Johnson back in the 2nd. Hitting from the left side. 1-1. Matt Ritchie hits one high in the air and deep to left center field. DiGiacomo's going to tag from third base. Lee Tyson makes the grab. He's going to come up firing, and it's going to be looks like it's going to be cut off for a second by Zach Landry, but it's not. DiGiacomo scores easily, an RBI for Matt Ritchie. It'll be his 21st of the year, and Hopkins now leads it 5-0. A.J. King stays put at second base. So one man down. Here comes James Ingram. Jenkins in the postseason now has worked a full 4 innings and allowed an unearned run. He has walked 5 and struck out 3. Against Muhlenberg, he walked 4 batters. That one's low. It bounced in. 1 ball and no strikes. It was too shy of his season high in walks, which is 6. He walked 6 batters against Worcester back on March 13th in a 6-2 loss to the Fighting Scots. Big hole on the right side. Defense shaded. A little bit towards the left for Ingram. Here's the 1-0. Ingram hits one out towards left field. Playable for Plambeck. He's racing back to the warning track, and he makes the grab. King retreats back to second base. It'll be a long out, number 2. And Ingram now 1 for 2 on the day. So Jenkins has retired both batters he's faced. A couple of flyouts. And now he'll face Mark Lopez. Jenkins worked an inning against Hopkins in game 1 back on April 13th, a 10-9 win for the Fords. And he picked up 1 of his 4 saves this year. No hits, no runs, no walks or strikeouts. 5-0 Blue Jays, bottom 3. A.J. King a huge lead out at second base. And the first pitch to Mark Lopez is low and away, 1-0. Mark struck out looking in his lone at bat today on a pitch on the outside corner. 1 of 3 Andrew Johnson strikeouts. Jenkins looking in, nods and comes set. 1-0, up and away, 2 balls and no strikes. Jenkins also started 1 game this year. It was his first start since 2017 when he started 7 games as a freshman. Low and away, 3 balls and no strikes on Mark Lopez. Top of the order on deck for Hopkins in Tim Kutcher. Today, Jenkins making his 34th career appearance on the mound. He's worked 92 total innings and has a career ERA of 3.03. 3-0, low and away, a 4-pitch walk. Well, that is the 21st walk he's allowed this year. And now men on first and second, 2 outs for Tim Kutcher. Tim already batting for the 3rd time today. We're here in the bottom of the 3rd. Five runs on 6 hits today for the Blue Jays. Tim becomes the 9th batter this inning to hit. Looking to keep things going. First pitch to him. Swing and a high and deep drive to left field. That ball is well foul. Had the distance. Plenty of distance. Just a bit early. Got a fastball in the inside corner. That's what Tim wanted. Had the green light after 4 straight pitches out of the zone to Mark Lopez. Counts now 0-1. King at second, Lopez at first. Today, Tim has struck out swinging him and hit by a pitch. He also scored the first run of the game. 0-1. That one will bounce in about 5 or 6 feet in front of the plate. Count goes to 1-1. Tim entered today hitting .271. He's got 9 home runs on the year. If he hits another one this year, he'd become the 4th Blue Jay with double-digit home runs this season. 1-1. Tim pops one up foul right side, and that one is going to get out of play. Luke Wallace was at the wall and ran out of room. 1-2. Tim really liked that pitch as well. Just a bit late and got under it. Now Jenkins ahead on him, 1-2. Looking to end this inning. When Jenkins came out to the mound to warm up, Eric Kopczynski ran down to the Haverford dugout, or the bullpen, excuse me, and he's not throwing, but he ran down there. 1-2 pitch, low and away to Kutcher, 2-2. Jenkins will come set. 2-2 pitch. Kutcher, little blooper out towards center field. That ball's falling, and it's down in front of Ethan Leeds-Eisen for a base hit. A.J. King's going to come in and score. An RBI single for Kutcher makes it 6-0 Johns Hopkins. That one fell right in front of Ethan Leeds-Eisen. A.J. King comes in to score. Now you can officially close the book on Andrew Johnson. 2+, 6 hits, 6 runs, all earned. Men on first and second now. Mike Eberle will step in and bat from the right side for the first time today. He's hitting for the second time this inning. First pitch to Eberle. Swung on and fouled off the mask of Sam Partee, 0-1. Eberle today 1 for 2 with a run scored. Is into a fielder's choice and singled. That single extended his hit streak to 6 games. Over that stretch, he's 11 for 26. That hit streak began in Game 2 against Franklin and Marshall 2 weekends ago. He also has 4 multi-hit games during that stretch. Well, he's been seeing the ball well as of late. 0-1. Hits this one hard towards the gap in left center field, and that's going to split the outfielders. Mark Lopez will come in to score. Kutcher racing around third base. Throw is cut off by Karp. It comes in. It's off target. 2 RBI double for Mike Eberle makes it 8-0 Johns Hopkins. A monstrous inning for the Blue Jay offense. Mike Eberle with his 5th multi-hit game over this hit streak, and for him RBI is 36 and 37. Time called. Dave Beccaria once again emerges from his dugout, and he's going to take the ball from Brandon Jenkins. That's going to do it. We'll get our 3rd Haverford pitcher of the game and the inning. Take a short break and come right back to introduce him here on Hop TV. I told you Eric Kopczynski went down to the Haverford bullpen as soon as Jenkins came out, and he's the third Haverford pitcher of the ball game. Stands at 6'3", he's a freshman from Harrison, New York, and a graduate of Harrison High School. Mike Eberle out at second base with 2 outs. 8-0 Hopkins. Chris Festa is going to step in and get his third at bat of the day. He has singled, walked, and scored. Partee sets up outside. The pitch to Festa misses upstairs, 1-0. So in the inning, Hopkins has scored 7 runs. They have 5 hits. Andrew Johnson began the inning, got pulled for Jenkins. Jenkins went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 2 hits. So far, 2 runs both earned, but he's responsible for Eberle out at second base. Jenkins, no strikeouts, 1 walk. Festa waves the bat around. He's ahead 1-0. A look back to second from Kopczynski. Here's the pitch. Festa rips one towards right field, and that's going to fall right in front of Harrison Burns. Eberle's going to come in, throw cut off, and the throw is in time. Eberle thrown out of the plate on a nice Harrison Burns to Zach Landry, or excuse me, Luke Wallace. 9-3-2 to get Eberle at the plate. So the inning ends after Hopkins scores 7 runs. Final line on Brandon Jenkins now. 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, no strikeouts and a walk. Josh Hedgka back out to pitch the 4th with an 8-0 lead. Stick with us here on Hop TV. All right, so Josh Hedgka, who had a long wait in between working the 3rd and 4th. He ended up going down to the bullpen to throw a couple of pitches at the end of that bottom half of the 3rd. He's going to face the top of the order here. Will Karp, Ethan Lee Tyson, and Harrison Burns. Karp has the only Haverford hit today. He's 1 for 1 and takes a called strike there at the knees, 0-1. He was at the plate when Nick Perez was caught stealing to end the 3rd inning. 0-1. Slider bounced over towards Eberle. He'll field it on 2 hops. Go to first base in plenty of time to get Karp. Leadoff man retired. 1 away. Karp's 1 for 2. Well, Hedgka has faced the minimum number of batters in each of the first 3 innings. He's allowed 1 hit, no runs, and James Ingram is 2 for 2 behind the plate, throwing out base stealers. He got Karp and Perez. Here comes Ethan Lee Tyson. First pitch to him, ripped over towards the right side of the infield. It's off the glove of Nate Davis. Mark Lopez got to it in shallow right field. Hedgka was late to the bag to cover. No chance on Lee Tyson there. And they'll give him a hit. So Ethan Lee Tyson now has a hit in 4 of his last 5 at-bats. Picked up an extra base hit in each of his last 3 at-bats against Franklin and Marshall in the late game on Saturday. Here comes Harrison Burns, 0 for 1 with a ground out to second. Pitch to him is right down the middle for a strike, 0-1. Davis had a chance on that Ethan Lee Tyson ground ball, but hit off his glove, and by the time Lopez got to it, no chance. Here's a move to first base, and Lee Tyson back in with a headfirst dive. Harrison Burns, 6 for 14 at the plate this postseason. He has a hit in each of the 3 prior games. That one, a check swing. They want an appeal to first base, and Matt Beaver says that Burns went too far. And now he's behind 0-2. 5 of those 6 hits came on Saturday in the 2 games they played. 0-2 pitch. Slider hit, line drive caught by Nate Davis. Ethan Lee Tyson way off the bag. He's doubled up, and the inning is over. So for the 4th straight inning, Josh Hetchka has faced the minimum number of batters. 14th double play that Haverford's hit into this year. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 8-0 Johns Hopkins. Stick with us. You're watching the Centennial Conference Championship game here on Hop TV. Bottom of the 4th, Nate Davis will lead things off. First pitch to him, crushed to deep right center field, but the ballpark should hold it. Ethan Lee Tyson is under it at the warning track. He'll make the grab. Davis a long first out on the first pitch. And on the day now, 1 for 2. Harrison Swartz with you here on Hop TV. Glad you could join us. Well, Hopkins put up a 7 spot in the 3rd, and they're on top 8-0. Chris DiGiacomo is going to step in. First pitch to him, a breaking ball up and away, 1-0. Mentioned that Mike Eberle interview prior to the postseason. He said he wanted 3 boring games. That's what he wanted from his team. By boring, he meant he wanted blowouts. As DiGiacomo skies one out towards center field. Lee Tyson should have this one as well. Kid covers quite a bit of ground out there. Easy play for him. 2 quick outs. We got a boring game against Muhlenberg last Thursday, a 14-4 win. They got the 8-1 win over Franklin and Marshall on Saturday, but he said he wished it was a bigger lead earlier. A.J. King steps in. He'll swing at the first pitch and bounce one foul off to the left, 0-1. But right here, you have a monstrous lead early on. We're just over an hour into this one. Kopczynski looking for a quick inning. Hanging breaking ball hits for a strike to King, 0-2. Kopczynski was on to get the final out of the 3rd inning. Eberle was thrown out at the plate on a nice relay from Burns to Wallace to Partee as King swings, and that one's fouled out of play. Count remains 0-2. Two again, hanging curveball, and it's just a bit upstairs. Not sure where it missed. Looked pretty good from here. Kopczynski's pitching in his 9th game of the year. He's 1-1. He's worked 24 innings now. 12 strikeouts, and he's pitched to an ERA of 2.35. King will foul this one off his leg. We'll do 1-2 again. He did pitch in game 2 against Johns Hopkins. He gave up 4 of the 5 runs that day and allowed 2 home runs, 1 to Tim Kutcher and 1 to Chris DiGiacomo. King will foul tip this one into the mid of Sam Partee. Kopczynski picks up his 13th strikeout of the year and had quite an impressive 1, 2, 3, 4th inning right there. We go to the 5th. It's 8-0 Johns Hopkins. First pitch to Luke Wallace here in the top of the 5th. Hits for a strike. Pitch on the outside corner from Josh Hedgka. 0-1. Harrison Swartz with you here on Hop TV. Hedgka out for his 5th inning of work today. This one hits softly over towards Mark Lopez at second base. Took a funky hop, had to barehand it, and he goes to first base for the out. Don't see that often with the turf field. You usually get clean plays. And that ball skipped to his right. Heads up to barehand it. And a strong throw to Davis. Luke Wallace, couple of groundouts today. He's 0 for 2. One man down. Here comes Owen Plambeck. Plambeck grounded out to third base. He's 0 for 1. Fastball outside, 1-0. Since the first, when Will Karp singled to begin the inning, Hedgka has retired leadoff batter in each of the last 4. 1-0, ripped foul. Look out over towards the Blue Jay dugout. Hits off the front fence of it. And some guys over there fell down, went flying. Counts 1-1. Low and inside on Plambeck, 2-1. He's 1 for 12 in now 4 postseason games. He's struck out 3 times and walked. 2-1. Swing and a miss right through that Hedgka fastball. 2-2. Plambeck's lone hit came against Franklin and Marshall in the late game on Saturday. Two. Foul tip, and Ingram couldn't hold on, so we'll do it again. Combined on the year against Hopkins now, Plambeck is 0 for 7. He played in both games of the doubleheader. 0 for 3 in each of those games, and in game 2 he struck out 3 times. 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out there. So he's now 0 for 8 with 4 strikeouts against Johns Hopkins pitching on the year. That's Josh Hedgka's first strikeout of the day, and he's up to 38 on the year. 2 down. He's retired 3 in a row. Here comes Zach Landry. Ground out to third base in his only at bat today. Takes one upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. Now, despite facing the minimum number of batters so far, Hedgka's had just 1 clean inning today. This one bounced towards Ritchie at third. He'll back up, field it, low throw, and Davis couldn't pick it out. It's off the fence. Racing towards second base is Landry, and Eberle got there late, and he'll slide in safely. Well, poor defensive play all around by the Blue Jays. A bad throw from Ritchie. Nice backup. But a bad throw to second base, and Eberle wasn't even there to cover. Now, granted, Eberle was pulled to the left on that ground ball. Probably should be there. It'd be the second Blue Jay error of the day. Now a man in scoring position for Haverford for the first time today. Ryan Schwartz will step in. Fouled out to Nate Davis, or popped out to Nate Davis in foul ground, I should say, to lead off the third. He's 0 for 1. Hedgka was set, but there was a helicopter flying over the field making some noise, so he stepped off. First pitch. Bounce towards Eberle. He will field it cleanly. Low throw. This time Davis picks it out. And the inning is over. We are halfway home in Baltimore in the Centennial Conference Championship game. The Blue Jays lead it 8-0. Stick with us here on Hop TV. Bottom third of the order for the Blue Jays here in the fifth. Matt Ritchie, James Ingram, and Mark Lopez. First pitch to Matt Ritchie from Eric Kopczynski. A breaking ball on the outside corner, strike one. Well, today Matt has struck out swinging and flown out to center field, but it was a sac fly, brought in a run. Hits this one hard over towards first base, and it's foul, just foul. And he's behind 0-2. Second time today that Matt Ritchie's let off an inning. He did so in the second against Andrew Johnson and went down swinging right through a curveball. Kopczynski from the first base side of the rubber, out of the windup, brings home a breaking ball, and it misses high, 1-2. So far through 4.5 today, Hopkins has 8 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors. Haverford, no runs on 2 hits and no errors. 1-2, and low and inside. It bounced around the ankles of Ritchie and skips past Sam Partee. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ritchie in the doubleheader against Haverford back in April went 3 for 7 with a pair of walks. Had 1 hit in game 1, 2 in the second. 2-2 pitch. Takes this one up and in. But Matt Ritchie had maybe the defensive play of the year for Johns Hopkins in the bottom of the 8th of that game with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Made a diving stop on a hard hit ground ball. The bat of Nick Perez. 3-2. This one skied out towards left field. Long run for Plambeck. Now in foul ground, he's under it. He'll make the grab for the first out here in the bottom of the 5th. But Matt Ritchie, real quick, he made that diving stop, got up, and then had to go full extension again to apply the tag, the base runner, for the final out of the inning. Jack Bunning was on the mound. He came on in relief, and he got into a bases loaded, no out jam, and Haverford could not score. It's a huge inning, and then Hopkins took the lead in the 9th and won that game 5-3. Ingram takes one inside for ball 1. by the way, Kopchinski's retired 4 in a row. 1-0 pitch. Hit the opposite way, deep to right field. Long run for Harrison Burns. He's at the foul line, and he'll make the grab in fair territory. Couple of fly ball outs here in the inning. Hey, fans, don't forget to download the Blue Jay Rewards mobile app for the most integrated fan experience today. Check into home events on the app and earn points that'll win you prizes for your Blue Jay fandom. Download the Blue Jay Rewards mobile app today. 2 up, 2 down in the 5th against Eric Kopchinski. Here comes Mark Lopez. 8-0 Blue Jays, bottom 5. From the windup, first pitch. Breaking ball, swung through and missed, 0-1. It's a couple of guys down in the Haverford pen. Nobody throwing, but Kopchinski right now is feeling pretty good on the mound. I'll ride him for a while, I'm sure. 0-1. Lopez takes one low, 1-1. Kopchinski in his freshman year has been stretched out a bit. He's gone as long as 4 innings. And he's gone 3+ 5 times. 1-1. Lopez lays off one a little bit up and away. Didn't miss by much. 2-1. Kopchinski is pitching for the first time this postseason. He last worked on April 28th. So a week ago today in a 5-2 loss against Washington College. Lopez chases one outside and pulls it foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. He went an inning and a third and struck out 1. Got a no decision. No runs, no hits, no walks. 2-2. Breaking ball, low and away, got away from Partee. Lopez checked his swing and no appeal. Now a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Top of the order on deck in Tim Kutcher. 3-2, and it's outside. Nice at bat from Mark Lopez, who fell behind but works the walk. First walk issued today by Kopchinski. That's the first walk he's allowed since April 13th against Johns Hopkins. Just the 4th walk he's allowed all season. Now a man aboard and 2 out for Tim Kutcher. Already getting his 4th at bat of the day. And he takes one low. It got away from Partee, but he kept it in front of him. So Lopez stays put at first base. 1-0. Tim today has scored twice. The only Blue Jay to score multiple runs today. He scored the first one. And he was the final run in a 7-run third. 1-0. Curveball on the inside corner. Backed him off the plate. He didn't like the call. Now 1-1. Kopchinski out of the stretch. 1-1. Breaking ball. Nice pitch. Hit the outside corner. Finished about knee high. And now the count goes to 1-2. In his last at bat, Tim single brought in a run. He also struck out in the game and was hit by a pitch. So overall 1 for 2. Lopez being held on by Wallace. Be a big lead over there, and Kopchinski's going to go that way. Keep him close a bit. Hopkins does not run a lot. They have 46 stolen bases on the year. They've got 3 in the tournament. 1-2. Kutcher lays off one that bounces in, and Lopez took off for second base late. Partee did not notice. Easy stolen base for Mark Lopez, number 47 on the year. And now a man in scoring position for Tim Kutcher in a 2-ball, 2-strike count with 2 away. Back-to-back at bats. Kopchinski really having to work. 2-2. Kutcher hits one high and deep to center, but easy play for Ethan Lee Tyson. He ranges to his left, makes the grab, and the inning is over. A 2-out walk, 1 man left on base. We're through 5. It's 8-0 Johns Hopkins. We'll go to the sixth inning. It'll be Sam Partee, Nick Perez, and Will Karp against Josh Hedgeka. Boy, has Josh been good in his first start this year. Way outside to Partee, 1-0. Josh has allowed no runs and just 2 hits. Hits in the game for Will Karp back in the first, and Ethan Lee Tyson in the fourth. No surprise to see it's from the 2 best hitters on this Haverford squad. Partee rips one the opposite way and deep to Giacomo going back. He won't get to it. It's going to one-hop off the wall. He's going to fire one back into second base. Partee dives in with a leadoff double. Third Haverford hit today, and their 62nd two-bagger of the year. He's 1 for 2. Partee has his 3rd hit of the tournament in 14 at-bats. Second time today a Haverford leadoff man has reached base against Josh Hedgeka. Here comes Nick Perez. Hedgeka will look back to second. First pitch is right there for a strike, 0-1. Perez reached on an error by Matt Ritchie. One of 2 Matt Ritchie errors today. 0-1. Breaking ball hit towards Ritchie. He'll look the runner back to second and then go to first for the out. Perez is 0 for 2, and Partee stays put. Hey folks, the Centennial Conference has a mobile app to give fans access to score updates, stats, and game recaps. You can also receive notifications on your favorite sports sent right to your phone. It's available for free on your iPhone or Android device. Log on to www.centennial.org for more info. One down, back to the top of the order. Will Karp, for the 3rd time today, will step in and swings at the first pitch and bounces one to Matt Ritchie. High hop on that chopper. Goes up and gets it. Strong throw, gets Karp. He's 1 for 3. Couple of ground outs today and back-to-back at-bats. And now 2 down. Nice play from Ritchie to time that hop. Went up and got it. Eberle was there for backup, but if that got past Ritchie, Karp with his speed is reaching easily. Here comes Ethan Lee Tyson. Man on second and 2 outs. First pitch to him, a slider on the outside corner, 0-1. 8-0 Hopkins, top 6. Ethan picked up a hit in the 4th. He's also robbed of a hit in the 1st on a nice diving catch from Blue Jays center fielder Chris Festa. 0-1 is a fastball that just misses a bit outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. I was telling you about Ethan's performance against Franklin and Marshall in the final game on Saturday. A couple of home runs. 1-1. Swing and 1 chopped foul off to the left. 1-2. The big one, though, in extra innings, a 3-run shot to left center field gave his team an 8-5 lead. It was his 2nd home run of the day, and he leads the team this year with 5. He's got a 3rd of Haverford's home runs in 2019. He's been a Blue Jay killer for the last 4 years. He had a home run against them in the doubleheader in April. One-two. Slider popped him up. Foul ground right side. Nate Davis is under it. The first baseman makes the grab, and the inning is over. Leadoff double for Sam Partee. After that, Perez, Karp, and Lee Tyson go down in order. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 8-0 Johns Hopkins. Harrison Swartz with you here on Hop TV. Centennial Conference Championship game from Baltimore. Mike Eberle will lead things off against Eric Kopczynski. First pitch to Eberle is outside for ball one. After Eberle, it'll be Chris Festa and Nate Davis. Get you a reminder here in a second on the Haverford defensive alignment. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball low, 2 balls and no strikes. In the outfield left to right, the forwards go Owen Plambeck, Ethan Lee Tyson, and Harrison Burns. Infield left to right, Nick Perez, Will Karp, Zach Landry, Luke Wallace, and Sam Partee is doing the catching. 2-0. And that hits for a strike. Curveball, the upper and outer edge of the strike zone. 2-1. Eberle today has a couple of hits. 2 RBIs. One of his hits is a double. That one's a strike at the knees. 2-2. He's got 6 hits in 13 at-bats this postseason, including a couple of doubles, a home run, and now 4 RBIs. The home run came on Thursday against Muhlenberg. This one bounced back towards the middle, and there's a base hit. Mike Eberle is 3 for 4 on the day, and that's the Blue Jays' 10th hit.
Center fielder Chris Festa.
So Eberle up to 58 hits on the year now, and it'll bring Chris Festa to the plate. Hopkins got their runs today. There's just 1 in the first, and then that big 7-run third. Really haven't been able to figure out Eric Kopczynski here. Chris Festa will lay off one that bounces, and Eberle was taking off for second base. Partee could not handle it. And another stolen base. Eberle, 48 on the year for the Blue Jays, and for Eberle his 8th. Counts 1-0 on Festa. He was the first batter that got to face Kopczynski, and he singled to right field, but Eberle, who was on second base, was thrown out the plate to end the inning. A look back to second. Here's the 1-0, and Festa takes a strike. 1-1. And for the Blue Jays, including the postseason, this is their 13th game at home this year against a conference opponent. They've hit a home run in the prior 12, but none today. 1-1. That one will bounce in. 2 balls and a strike. And in 11 of those 12 prior, they've hit multiple home runs. In the first game of the postseason, Tim Kutcher hit a couple. Mike Eberle hit 1. And Mark Lopez hit 1. They hit 4 that day. And then they hit 4 against Franklin and Marshall on Saturday. 1 from Festa, 1 from Davis, 1 from Lopez, and 1 from Ingram. They've got 72 on the year, 10 shy of the program record in a single season. Here's the 2-1. Curveball, slow roller right side. Kopczynski will field, and the underhand flip to first in plenty of time to get Festa for the first out. And Eberle heads down to third.
First baseman Nate Davis.
1-3 there if you're scoring at home. Here comes Nate Davis. Nate's had a productive day at the plate. An RBI double back in the first. Hit by a pitch and scored in the third, and then led off the fourth with a deep fly ball to center field, but was caught for the out. So overall today, 1 for 2 with a run scored. Dave Beccaria once again will have his infield play in, and for the second time today we've seen that shift where there's 3 infielders on the left side. First pitch, Davis gets a hanging curveball that hits the inside corner for a strike. 0-1. Zach Landry is playing to the left of second base. Wallace playing maybe 20 or 25 feet off the line, but he's the only infielder on the right side. 0-1. Curveball ripped foul. Right over the head of Mike Eberle, nearly took it off. And to duck out of the way of that one. Count goes to 0-2. No ball, 2 strikes on Nate Davis. Mike Eberle is down at third. A fly ball brings him in. 0-2 pitch. Curveball that bounces and Partee down to his knees to block it. Landed in the left-handed batter's box. 1-2. Davis with 3 hits this year against Haverford, all of them extra base hits. 1-2. That one went too far, says home plate umpire Jason McDermott. And Eric Kopczynski will pick up his 2nd strikeout of the day. A big out, number 2 here in the 6th. Here comes Chris DiGiacomo. 8-0 Hopkins, bottom 6. Eberle led off the inning with a single. He's at third. First pitch to DiGiacomo. Swung on and fouled straight back. 0-1. That ball rolled up the third baseline. Eberle came off the bag to get that one. He'll fire it back in towards the plate. Now Chris today, a couple of RBIs on a single in that big 7-run third. He's also walked and flown out to center. Graduate student playing in his final conference tournament. He's looking for his 2nd title. He was here in 2015. He was not on the team in 2017 when the Blue Jays won the conference. 0-1. That one will bounce in. 1 ball and 1 strike. Giacomo took the year off, went down to Florida to play at the IMG Academy. Was not a part of that 2017 squad that at one point was ranked number 2 in the country. It's in a 1-1 count. Here's the 1-1. Curveball hit right side and caught by Luke Wallace. Sliding grab on the line drive for the final out. Leadoff single for Eberle. After that, Festa, Davis, DiGiacomo retired in order by Kopczynski. Tough trio to get out. He did a nice job. We're through 6. It's 8-0 Johns Hopkins. We'll go to the 7th inning of the conference championship game. Haverford needs a lot of runs and in a hurry. They need to win twice today, but right now facing a huge deficit in the first one they need to win. Inside to Harrison Burns, 1-0. Burns, Wallace, and Plambeck with Josh Hedgeka still out there pitching. 1-0 is just a bit low. 2 balls and no strikes. Burns today is over 2, grounded out to second, and then he lined out to Nate Davis at first base back in the 4th. And it was a double play, actually doubled up Ethan Lee Tyson, who was off the bag. Count goes to 3-0 here. Get you a reminder of the Blue Jay defensive alignment here in a minute. .30 from Hetchka is outside and off the glove of James Ingram. 4-pitch walk to Harrison Burns to begin the 7th inning. So the Blue Jays in the outfield look like this. Left to right, Tim Kutcher, Chris Festa, Chris DiGiacomo. Infield left to right, Matt Ritchie, Mike Eberle, Mark Lopez, Nate Davis, and James Ingram doing the catching. Here comes Luke Wallace. First pitch to him is right down the middle for a strike. 0-1. He's grounded out a couple of times today. Once to first, once to second. In the 5th, he had a soft liner over to Mark Lopez that bounced in front of the Blue Jays second baseman. Took a funky hop, and he made a nice play to retire Wallace. That one fouled straight back. It's quickly 0-2. Wallace 2 for 9 against Hopkins overall this year. Picked up a couple of hits in the doubleheader, including a triple, 2 RBIs. He also struck out and walked twice. 0-2 pitch way outside. He lays off, and the count goes to 1-2. Wallace, a junior from Washington, D.C., went to Woodrow Wilson High School. 1-2 pitch to him is right there for a called strike 3. Josh Hetchka picks up his second strikeout of the day, and we have one down now in the 7th. Wallace now 0 for 3. Harrison Burns down at first. He's being held on. Told you this Haverford team likes to run. Burns is 3rd on the team in stolen bases. This one bounced towards the middle. Lopez is going to flip to Eberle for 1. Relay to first in time. Don't have to worry about the double play when you got a defense like that. Second double play Haverford's hit into today. 15 on the year now. That one goes 4 to 6 to 3. And the inning is over. Stretch time in Baltimore. 8-0 Johns Hopkins. Bottom 7, A.J. King will get things started. First pitch to him, a breaking ball, low and away, 1-0. Harrison Swartz with you here on Hop TV. A lot of goose eggs up on the board recently. No run since the 3rd. 1-0. There's a strike to A.J. 1-1. After A.J. it'll be Matt Ritchie and James Ingram. 6, 7, and 8 for the Blue Jays. A.J. today has an RBI, a double, and a run scored. He's also struck out into a double play. Count goes to 2-1 on him. That double was his first career postseason hit at the college level. 1 for 7 now at the plate overall in the tournament. There's a strike on the outside corner, 2-2. Kopczynski has been pitching since the third. Came on with 2 outs. King hits this one hard past Perez, backhanded by Karp in shallow left. Throw to first base in time. What a play. 6-3. About 2 or 3 steps into left field. Will Karp, a Gold Glover last year in the Centennial Conference, makes a strong throw on one hop, and Wallace picks it out to retire A.J. King here in the 7th. Nice play. 1 down. Here comes Matt Ritchie. Matt's going to take one outside, 1-0. I just watched that replay on my screen in front of me, and Will Karp covered a lot of ground to get to that ball. 2-0 on Ritchie now. Perez couldn't quite get to that ground ball, and nice to have a guy like Will Karp back you up. Partee sets up outside. 2-0. Will hit outside, but a bit upstairs. 3 balls and no strikes on Matt Ritchie. Matt today is 0 for 2. Picked up an RBI on a sac fly to center back in the 3rd. He's hit from the left side 3 times and from the right side once. 3-0. Taking all the way. There's a strike. 3-1. Zach Landry, the freshman second baseman, playing a step or 2 into shallow right field against Ritchie. And Karp is deep in the hole at short. This one's popped up foul left side. Perez is going to give chase at the fence. Now coming back, he overran it, and it's going to land foul. New life for Matt Ritchie. Perez was sprinting over to the wall, got there, and realized he overran it by about 5 or 6 feet, came back, and is out of his reach. Three and 2. This one hit hard over towards second base, backhanded by Landry. Long throw, but gets him in plenty of time. 2 down in the inning. Hey, baseball fans, download the Centennial Conference digital network app today. Watch up to 4 sporting events at once by downloading it onto your phone, Roku, PlayStation, or Xbox. Stay up to date with all of your favorite Centennial teams and players. Couple of groundouts in the inning. 2 up, 2 down. Kopczynski's retired 5 in a row. Here comes James Ingram. First pitch to James is low and away, 1-0. There's a right-hander up and throwing in the Haverford pen. Meanwhile, the Blue Jay bullpen is as quiet as can be. Josh Edge has been incredible today. James Ingram today is 1 for 3. He doubled back in the 2nd. Lays off this one as it bounces in. 2-0. He's also flown out to the warning track in left field and to the warning track in right field. Hit hard, and that is a foul ball down the third base line. David Ross right on that one. Foul by about a foot. 2-1. James did get a start against Haverford in the doubleheader. Came in game 2. A.J. King and James Ingram splitting those games usually. Weekend doubleheaders. 2-1 coming. Ingram hits one hard and deep to left field. Plambeck going back at the warning track again. He makes the grab. Ingram flies out for the 3rd time today, but continues to hit the ball hard. 3 up, 3 down go the Blue Jays against Eric Kopczynski here in the 7th inning. We'll go to the 8th. It's 8-0 Johns Hopkins. To the 8th we go, 8-0 Hopkins. Josh Hedgeka delivers to Zach Landry, and it's chopped foul off to the left, 0-1. Landry, and then in the on-deck circle, Jared Turner's up. He would pinch hit for Ryan Schwartz. Then after him, Sam Partee. 0-1 off the fist and over the glove of Matt Ritchie. He leaped up, couldn't quite get to it. Zach Landry muscles one into left field for a leadoff single, and Haverford's 4th hit of the day. Well, now there's activity in the Hopkins bullpen. It looks like freshman Jasper Carmichael is up to throw. So it will be Jared Turner, a senior captain from Newton, Massachusetts. Ryan Schwartz today went 0 for 2. Turner's appearing in his 28th game of the year. He made 19 starts and hit .245. First pitch to him, a slider way outside, 1-0. He had 5 doubles and a home run this year. 9 RBIs, 13 hits total. This one grounded towards short, could be 2. The flip to Lopez for 1, relay to first in time. 6-4-3 double play. 3rd twin killing that Haverford's hit into today. Leadoff base runner erased, and Jared Turner is 0 for 1. Now Hopkins has turned double plays today in the 4th, 7th, and 8th innings. This is by far Josh Hedgeka's longest outing of his college career. The previous high was 5 innings. Sam Partee will take a strike, 0-1. And it came 5 innings in that start against Bethel last year in Florida. Now through 7 2/3, the 0-1 to Partee will miss low on the slider, 1-1. Just an absolutely incredible performance for the all-time appearances leader at Hopkins. There's a strike on the outside corner. And Josh, who has been a reliever his whole career, he's got 13 career saves, 5 this year, 1 shy of his career record, single season record of 6, which he set in 2017. Counts 1-2 on Partee. Hedgeka was up and walking around back behind the mound. Game set and now steps off. 1-2 pitch. Hit high, but in the infield. Mike Eberle's under it. He makes the grab, and the inning is over. A single, a double play, and the pop-up. Hedgeka once again faces the minimum number of batters here in the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 8-0. Johns Hopkins. Stick with us. You're watching the Centennial Conference Championship game on Hop TV. A pitching change here in the bottom of the 8th. Dave Beccaria goes to his bullpen and brings in senior captain Tom Phillips, a senior from Glendale, California. Stands at 6'3". Sidearm delivery to pinch hitter Frank Clara. Pinch hitting here for Mark Lopez. (1-0) becomes 2-0. Eric Kopczynski today, 4 1/3, 2 hits, no runs, 2 strikeouts, no walks. He'll get a no decision. (2-0). Skips away from Sam Partee, and the count goes to 3 balls and no strikes. Phillips, a two-way player for the Fords. Outside, a 4-pitch walk to Frank Clara to begin the 8th. On the mound, Tom Phillips, appearing in his 10th game. He has an ERA of 8, and he is 0-2. In 9 innings of work, he's allowed 7 hits, 8 runs all earned, has struck out 7 and walked 8. He does have a save, though. Tim Kutcher will step in. First pitch, low away, and it skips away from Partee. Clara will stay at first base. 5 straight pitches out of the zone from Phillips. He got his save against Kane back on March 22nd. Worked 1 inning and struck out 2. A 4-2 win for the Fords that day. This one skips away from Partee. Clara taking off for second base. The throw is caught by Will Karp. He was right there in front of Zach Landry, and Clara gets up 90 feet. That was a little weird because both Clara and Landry were there, and the throw definitely beat Clara. Karp couldn't believe it, but I was surprised to see him there. He just hopped right in front of Landry to make that grab and apply the tag. May have thrown Don O'Shea off, but Clara now in scoring position. The count's 2-0 on Tim Kutcher. For Tom Phillips at the plate, he's hitting .188. He's appeared in 14 games, made 10 starts. 2-0 coming, and that's way outside. 3 balls and no strikes. And now time called. Dave Beccaria out from the Haverford dugout. Walking very quickly out there. Takes the ball from Tom Phillips. And that's going to do it. He throws 7 pitches all out of the zone and sees his day come to an end. We'll get our 5th Haverford pitcher when we return on Hop TV. Also, the new Haverford pitcher is Austin Castellanos, a senior from Brielle, New Jersey. He stands at 6'1". Went to Manasquin High School, a biology major at Haverford. Making his 8th appearance of the year. He's worked 8 innings. He's 0-1 with 8 strikeouts and an ERA of .675. 3-0 count to Tim Kutcher is what he inherits. And the pitch is upstairs. That walk will be charged to Tom Phillips, who faces 2 batters today, walks both. He's been on first and second base, nobody out. And here comes Mike Eberle. Austin Castellanos now with 2 men on and nobody out. His team's trailing 8-0 here in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch, Eberle takes one right down the middle for a strike. 0-1. Castellanos last worked on April 24th against Eastern. A 6-4 loss for the Fords that day. He went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, no runs. Eberle swings and fouls out of play off to the left. No balls and 2 strikes. That day he struck out 1 and did not walk anyone. He did not pitch against Johns Hopkins in the doubleheader on April 13th. (0-2) upstairs. 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's still activity down in the Haverford bullpen. A right-hander up and throwing. Eberle choking up on that bat, down 1-2. Castellanos set, brings it home, low and inside. It bounced in, 2-2. Eberle today has 3 hits, a couple of singles and a double, 2 RBIs and a run scored. (2-2). Swinging another foul ball out of play. (2-2) becomes 3-2. That ball was way upstairs and hit off the tip of the glove of Sam Partee. So now a full count, and this Haverford bullpen in danger of walking the bases loaded to begin the bottom of the 8th. Dangerous part of the order coming up. Chris Festa on deck, and then Nate Davis and Chris DiGiacomo, the 3 leaders in home runs. Here comes the 3-2. Eberle hits one deep to left center field. Lee Tyson on the run will get there and make the grab. Clara fakes a go from second base and will hold up. And Eberle's retired for the second of the day. He's 3 for 5. Hey fans, if you've missed any of the action in today's game, be sure to check out the archives of this and any other Johns Hopkins home event by switching to the on-demand tab in the Hop TV portal. Two on, 1 down. Here comes Chris Festa. Hopkins has scored 8 runs in all 3 playoff games this year. First pitch, up and away, 1-0. And in these 3 games, they have outscored their opponents 30-5. They allowed 4 runs to Muhlenberg, 1 to Franklin and Marshall, none so far to Haverford. This one's ripped into right field for a base hit. Clare is going to be held at third base by Bob Babb. The base will be loaded, and Festa has his 3rd hit of the day. He is 3 for 4. So 2 Blue Jays today with 3 hits. Eberle and Festa, top of the order, doing a lot of work. Here comes Nate Davis. And time called. Dave Beccaria again.
Two more. Well, like the next one.
Out of the Haverford dugout, goes out, shakes the hand of Austin Castellanos, and we will get our 6th Haverford pitcher of the day. Stick with us here on Hop TV. Dave Beccaria bringing in his seniors, knowing it's probably their last game. Daniel Jaffe, a senior from Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and a graduate of Cherry Hill West High School, comes in to face Nate Davis with 1 out and the bases loaded. Frank Clare is at third. Tim Kutcher's at second. Chris Festa's at first. Breaking ball low and away to Nate Davis, 1-0. There is a right-hander still up and throwing in the Haverford pen. Jaffe's making his 9th appearance of the year. He's 0-1 with an ERA of .460. 15 2/3 innings of work and 8 strikeouts. Davis takes one low here. 2 balls and no strikes. Jaffe last worked against Eastern on April 24th. He allowed 2 runs that day in 1 inning. 1 strikeout, 2 walks, 2 hits. And he got the loss, his lone loss of the year. 2-0 pitch. Davis got a good one right down the middle and fouled it straight back out of play. 2-1. Nate today, an RBI double back in the first. Hit by a pitch and scored in the third. Since then, he's flown up to center and struck out swinging. Two-one. Upstairs, 3 balls and a strike. Nate has 1 hit in each game of this tournament. It's 3 total, a single, a home run, and a double. Way ahead in the count, 3 balls and a strike. And it's outside. Jaffe's going to walk in a run. Clara will come in and score. Second RBI of the day for Nate Davis. And he once again ties Chris DiGiacomo for the team lead with 41. Everyone else up 90 feet. 3 walks in the inning. That run charged to Tom Phillips. That was the 14th walk of the year allowed by Jaffe. Count 1-0 here to Chris DiGiacomo. Chris today a walk, a 2 RBI single, and a run scored. He's also flown out to center field and lined out to first. So overall 1 for 3. 1-0. Big swing and a miss. 1-1. 1-1, swung through and missed. 1-2. The Giacomo overall in the postseason is 1 for 7. He's gotten on base 6 times. It's his 3rd time this postseason. He's batting with the bases loaded. 1-2 ripped towards left field. That ball is falling and it's down in front of Owen Plambeck for a base hit. Tim Kutcher will come in and score, and Chris DiGiacomo retakes the RBI lead with his 3rd of the day and 2nd hit. It's 10-0 Johns Hopkins. With Kutcher scoring, you can close the book now on Tom Phillips. 2 runs charged to him on a couple of walks. Did not record an out today. Chris Festa's at 3rd. Nate Davis is at 2nd base. Peter Manny's going to pinch hit here for A.J. King. A.J. today, an RBI double. Also hit into a double play. He struck out and grounded out to short. Peter Manny appearing in his 24th game of the year. First pitch to him, fastball inside, 1-0. We did not see Peter on Saturday against Franklin and Marshall, but he did get the start in game 1 of this tournament against Muhlenberg. He struck out and bunted right back to the mound, went 0 for 2. That was his first career postseason start. Here he swings and drives one out to shallow center field. That ball actually carrying a bit and shy of the warning track. That ball really carried. Ethan Lee Tyson makes the grab. Festa tagging from 3rd will come in and score. An RBI for Peter Manny. That'll be his 11th of the year, and it's a 3-run 8th. Hopkins on top 11-0. Davis stays at 2nd. DiGiacomo stays at 1st. And by the way, Austin Castellanos, you can close the book on him. He allowed 1 run today on 1 hit in a 3rd of an inning. 2 outs. Matt Ritchie to the plate. He's the 8th Blue Jay batter of the inning. He'll take one up. Partee comes up firing to 2nd base. Not a strong throw. Comes in on a hop. And Davis back in easily. 1-0. It's been a long time since Hedgeka threw. He's gone through 8 innings today, a career high. Jasper Carmichael was up and throwing an inning ago. You got to wonder if he's going to come in. This one popped up. Might be foul territory. Nick Perez is over. He's called off by Will Karp, and the Haverford shortstop will make the grab for the final out of the inning. But Hopkins gets 3 more to add their lead. They're on top 11-0. Hedgeka's back out for the 9th. They need 3 outs, and they can call themselves for the 15th time Centennial Conference champions. Stick with us here on Hop TV. Adam Cole's going to come on defensively for the Blue Jays here in the 9th inning. Takes over for Frank Clara. Nick Perez will lead things off against Hedgeka. Takes one inside, 1-0. Harrison Swartz with you here on Hop TV. One 0. Rip towards left field. There's a base hit. Maybe in Nick Perez's last career at bat. He singles to left field. 5th Haverford hit of the day against Josh Hedgka. His first, he's 1 for 3. Here comes Will Karp. Back to the top of the order. Frank Clara is playing at first base, by the way. So Davis out of the game. There goes the runner. And it's inside. A stolen base for Nick Perez. 94th stolen base of the year for Haverford. And their first of the day in 3 attempts. Ingram caught Perez stealing earlier. 1-0. This one ripped. Diving catch by Frank Clara. What a grab. Wow. Will Karp. All he can do is applaud. Tip your cap to Frank Clara. What a play. Full extension to rob Will Karp of a hit. He'll finish the day 1 for 4. One down. Here comes Ethan Lee Tyson. First pitch to him. Ripped back up the middle. There's a base hit. Chris Festa's going to get to it. Nick Perez is going to come in to score. RBI single for Ethan Lee Tyson. No shutout. And in probably the last at bat of Ethan Lee Tyson's career, he picks up an RBI and a single. His 43rd hit of the year and RBI number 30. And one of the best players in Haverford baseball history. Right there. Here comes Harrison Burns. First pitch to him. Bounce. Could be 2. Eberle flips to Adam Cole for 1. That's all they'll get. So the celebration on hold for a second for Johns Hopkins. Fielder's choice for Harrison Burns. Here comes Luke Wallace. Hopkins will win their 11th Centennial Conference tournament and their 15th conference title overall. They won 4 times before the tournament became a thing. 2002 was the first tournament. 1-0 to Wallace on the outside corner for a strike. 1-1. You look at the Blue Jay dugout and they are just ready to explode. 1-1. Slider right there. Strike 2. Haverford's season down to their final strike. Hopkins parents and dugout making a lot of noise here. Hedgka set. 1-2. Hit in the air out to left. Should do it. Tim Kutcher right there makes the grab. Ball game over. Your 2019 Centennial Conference champions are the Johns Hopkins Blue Jays. Josh Hedgka, a complete game victory. 11-1. Johns Hopkins beats Haverford. They wanted 3 boring games. They got 3 boring games. This senior class wins their 2nd title. They won their first in 2017. They win it here in 2019. Won a tournament for the Blue Jays, who outscore their opponents 33-6 over 3 games. They swept in 2017. It's the 4th time they've beaten Haverford in the championship game in 5 attempts. Folks, I want to thank you for tuning in today to our broadcast. An 11-1 victory. Hedgka with the win. Andrew Johnson with the loss. He falls to 7-1. Hedgka's 5-2. Stick with us. The stream's going to continue so you can watch the trophy presentation. And you can follow Hopkins Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram for all the coverage following the conference tournament. We'll have interviews, pictures, and a recap for you. One more time, your final score: Johns Hopkins 11, Haverford 1.
question. So, like, imagine if they would have just given it to you guys and Friday had to get the.
This weekend, 11 and 12, first round of lacrosse, no baseball. The following weekend, 18th and 19th, baseball, wow. And then 24th and 26th. When, after they present the trophy, you can stop the stream. You can look at what Finn's getting too. So I'll go ahead and you can flip between the cameras now. I'm gonna go down to the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, now the trophy presentation. Here to present the Centennial Conference Championship Trophy is Portia Quaig, Executive Director of the Centennial Conference. First, let's have a round of applause for the two teams that provide us with a terrific championship game. At this time, we recognize the Centennial Conference runners-up from Haverford. Congratulations to Captain Ethan Lee Tyson, Tom Phillips, Jared Turner, head coach Dave Zachariah, and the rest of the board for a fine 20-20 record. A total round of applause for the Haverford board. Now I am pleased to announce the 2019 Centennial Conference Baseball Championship Most Valuable Player. From Johns Hopkins, shortstop Mike Everly. And now we introduce you to the Centennial Conference champions from Johns Hopkins. Congratulations to Captain Jack Bunting, Harrison Folk, Tim Kutcher, Mike Everly, head coach Bob Babb, and the rest of the Blue Jays on an outstanding 30-11 record. They will continue in the NCAA tournament as the conference's automatic qualifiers. The Johns Hopkins Blue Jays 2019 Centennial Conference champions. Thank you very much for attending today's championship game and for your support of the Centennial Conference and its student athletes. Please travel home carefully.